Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode with me, Seshni, at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. What are you up to? What are you doing? Do drop me a line, a message, and let me know that you are watching, and I will respond to it. But another jam-packed session with me, Seshni, at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen. And the dishes that I'm making today is good because it can be a vegetarian dish or it can be a meat dish. So I'm making some fried lamb first. Well, obviously that's not vegetarian, but I'm making fried lamb, and then later on I'm going to be making stew with dumplings. So lamb stew with dumplings. I hope everyone can hear me. Do let me know if you're watching, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Thank God it's Friday, you know that saying. So I'm definitely grateful for this Friday and this weekend of rest. Saying rest, but it's not going to be full rest. And also, I'm grateful that I can do the show today and do something which we really enjoy. So we're going to make some fried lamb. So I've already prepared some of the lamb. So I've already pre-cooked my lamb. So I'm going to use some of my lamb that I've got. So about half a kilo of lamb. I've added some ginger and garlic already, and some salt and some herbs. But when I'm going to fry it, I'm going to use some other spices as well. So I'm going to add some pepper, some masala. So that's my tandoori mix masala. I've got some Kashmiri chili as well, and some mixed masala, some lamb mixed masala that I've got. Some ginger and garlic, some more ginger and garlic, and some steak and chop spice. So I want to add some of that because that's going to give it a different flavor. So I'm not making like a curry. I'm just going to make a fried lamb, and a little bit of turmeric as well. So you can add, different spices if you want, depending on how you want your lamb. But I just want it really nice and spicy, and something that's a light meal that can be used as a starter. And we're having then lamb stew. So both the favorites in our household. And so let's start preparing that. And Central Christian says, good evening. Good evening, Central. Hope you are doing well. And in Durban, is it? I hope you guys are doing well. So just some oil into the pan. So just going to get some oil in the pan. And at this stage, if you wanted, you can fry some onions. So I'm not adding onions or tomato because I'm just making a basic fried lamb, like a tandoori lamb. So I'm not going to add like a lot of things in it. But if you wanted, you can add some onions, some tomatoes, chopped tomato pieces, as well as some peppers, green, red peppers, yellow peppers. It's also really nice to add. So what we're going to do is just let the oil get hot, and then we are going to add in our spices and then our lamb, and some curry leaves as well. So I've got a bit of curry leaves. So I'm just going to fry some curry leaves in it. I do love the taste of curry leaves, and the smell of curry leaves is absolutely amazing. I've got some loads and loads of curry leaves, which I always have a lot of. So I'm just going to add some loads and loads of curry leaves. So I do, as I said, I've got onion as well. So if you wanted, you can chop some onion. You can chop an onion and you can add in, but I'm not going to do that with it. So if you wanted to chop an onion, and you can add a chopped onion in, and then all the spices. So I'm going to go straight to my spices. Just let the curry leaves in the oil, and it also gives it a nice flavor as well. Curry leaves. Lovely. So just some fried meat we're making today and some lamb. So there's 1 tablespoon of chicken garlic. Gonna grab a lid so we can just cover this as well. For some masala, so I'm gonna add some of my tandoori masala. So 1 tablespoon, so 1 to 2 tablespoons of your masala. So I'm not making it very spicy. I'm gonna add some Kashmiri chili, 1 tablespoon as well, and then I mix masala. So just about 2 to 3 tablespoons of your masala and steak and chop. So that's the secret for this one, adding some steak and chop. The steak and chop is really nice because it's got coriander, it's got pepper, it's got like the seasoning. It's like chicken spice, you know. So if you were making like a chicken and you wanted sort of a nice spice, then you can add that. I'm just cooking it like that. And some pepper. I'm going to add the pepper just now and the turmeric. I'm going to add my meat in. So just some fried lamb, really simple fried lamb. I'm going to grab some oil out of water as well. You can add a little bit of water. So just fried meat with a little bit of my turmeric because it just takes that, adds a nice flavor as well. And this is garam, coriander, and cumin. So those are all the spices and some pepper. About half a teaspoon of pepper. Coarse pepper if you have, that's also good. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone that's watching. I'm just making some fried lamb. It smells already so nice. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. If you want, you can add some tomato puree, but this is perfect as it is. You can add some chopped onions, some chopped peppers, and also some, chopped onions, chopped peppers, and chopped tomatoes or tomato puree. As you can see the color, absolutely amazing. I'm going to add a bit of salt. So 1 teaspoon of salt. But it's definitely looking the way I want it. I'm going to pop the lid over and grab another lid. So just popping the lid over, that will give me a chance to cut some of my coriander. So just a very simple recipe. And, as you can see, protein based, as I always say, is something which is really good to eat. Because protein based is the basis for the happy chemical in our brain. So the more proteins you eat, the better it is. So grab yourself a drink, put the music on loud, and enjoy the show. I'm gonna also take a sip of my drink. My tonic water. Cheers, everyone, and thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday. So I'm just cutting up some coriander. No Indian household is complete. Or if you make curries, I think if others people who start to enjoy making curries will always know that you need to have some coriander. So coriander or cilantro is essential. Like the curry leaves, this is absolutely essential. So let's check our meat and see. Oh, that looks amazing, doesn't it? Oh, and the color, I just love this. This is the right color I want it to be. It looks spicy, it looks really nice. And you can serve this with roti, with rice, with pita breads, wraps, salad, a nice salad, some vegetables. or just like this with some parathas or puris as a starter. This looks absolutely amazing. So we'll be ready soon. I'm just going to add a little bit more water. And then we're going to start preparing our exciting dish today. Oh, the smell is amazing. And you can see it's got a lovely gravy as well. And for those that love mullah bones, there's like plenty of mullah bones in here. So it looks really, really nice. Amazing. My mouth is watering. So hope you guys are well. What did you have for your dinner or your supper? Good morning. Whatever you had, to let me know. So I'm just checking the comments. I don't think I'll be able to read all the comments, but wherever you are and you've joined, do let me know that you've joined. Our meat will be ready, and what we're going to do then is make our lamb stew. So I've already started most of the prep for the lamb stew, and in the lamb, I'm going to show it to you in a bit. But what I did is I fried some onions and I added some ginger and garlic and some meat, so some lamb, the same similar lamb that I used here. So half the portion of the lamb I used for the stew. So I wanted to just make two different dishes, and I think that's what's great about this meal today. So one is really hot and spicy, and the other one's just really nice, wholesome, and nourishing. I mean, who doesn't love tucking into your mom's stew or your whoever's making stew in the household with dumplings? So that's absolutely delicious. Some people call stew greedy, or I don't know what other names you call stew by. But my mom used to make stew, so pepper and salt is the basis for all stews. So in this stew, I've just added ginger and garlic, some onions, and some mixed vegetables. So I've added peas, sweet corn, green beans, and carrots. So all chopped up, about 1 cup. You can add more if you want. Added potatoes and the lamb, and I let that cook with some salt and pepper, and some herbs and some mixed herbs as well. So some mixed herbs, some salt and pepper. While it's cooking, you can add a little bit of the steak and chop spice. And there's absolutely no chili in it. Can you believe it? I've definitely controlled myself. And then we're going to make the dumplings. So for the dumplings, I've already prepared the mixture. So I'm going to explain to you what I've done with the dumpling mixture and how we're going to make the dumplings. So the dumplings are going to be made, and it's going to go into the pot, and it's going to steam for 10 minutes. And I'll explain to you the recipe. It's a recipe from my aunt, Alicia Singh, that's locally here in England. And she usually makes the most amazing, she cooks amazing food, but her dumplings and the stew is definitely amazing. Um, so I've learned the recipe from her. My mom used to make it as well, but it was a bit different. So there you have it. That is our lamb cooked. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm just going to put some coriander on. And there you can see it. It looks it's really come out so nice. So just fried lamb. I mean, this could easily become a lamb mutton curry. But it's got lovely gravy. So it's a good balance of gravy as well as the chili and the spices. It looks really, really good. So that was the lamb. Just to recap, I just fried that. You can add some onions, fried with some onions, add some ginger garlic and onion masalas. And here I added just these ones. So salt and pepper, mixed herbs if you want, some tandoori masala, steak and chops, garam dhania and coriander, some turmeric, and some Kashmiri. And then I did add some mix masala as well. So it's come out really, really nice. And then I've just cooked that. So just cooked that for at least 30 to 40 minutes. My recipe obviously was quicker because I really pre-cooked the meat. So there you have it. So if you have an idea, you are pressed for time. So there's an idea, you're going to cook lamb later on. Get it on the stove, let it cook, during your lunch break. Just put it on, let it get cooked soft. So when you do have to prepare it, it's going to be cooked within under 20 to 30 minutes. And that's so simple and easy, and definitely the meat is soft because even before I put it in, it was absolutely soft. So it's going to be delicious. Absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to pop that to the side and we can have a look at it again. And there you have it, the simple lamb, spicy lamb. Simple and easy. I think this will go really nice with some parathas or some roti, some wrapped salad, and or some chips even, or potatoes, fried potatoes. Really nice. Or some vegetables if you're trying to be happy and healthy. So the next dish is going to be our stew. So as I was saying, oops. So as I was saying, I'm going to have to get another spoon. So for the stew, what I did, as you can see, absolutely amazing. No chili at all, apart from the pepper and salt. So it's got lamb. It's got the lamb that's cooked softly. It's got mixed vegetables. As you can see, there's mixed veg inside. It's also got some potatoes. So there you have, that's a lamb stew. And then I've added some stock cubes. So you can add at least 2 stock cubes. Thank you. So 2 top stock cubes that you can add in. So it's going to give it that nice flavor and that nice sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this on high heat. And the way my aunt explained to make the dumplings is that the gravy has to be extremely, extremely hot. And what she suggested is you can actually take out some of your meat and the fillings and then add the dumplings in. But I'm going to have a look and see if we've got enough space. So this is the stew part of the dish that I'm going to be making. So good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and I hope everyone is doing well. So we're just starting off with our stew, which is on the stove. So grab yourself a drink. I think our music has gone off. But pour yourself a drink. Cheers, everyone. And thank you so much for joining. Okay. So what we have is our stew, which is onions, fried, ginger and garlic. So just added some ginger and garlic, which is finished now, but I added some ginger and garlic, some onions, my meat, potatoes, and my mixed veg. So about 4 to 5 chopped potatoes, and also some meat, about half the portion of the meat, some potatoes, nicely soft cooking. So up-to-date potatoes, or whatever potatoes you have, and mixed vegetables. So as you can see, it looks really nice. I added some stock. You can add some stock cubes. So I added 2 stock cubes in, which was in about 500 ml of water, and I added that in here. And so that was that's all in there already. And the only spices I've added is some pepper, some salt, and I'm going to add some mixed herbs, more mixed herbs. So I do love mixed herbs. And I think we don't use mixed herbs enough in our cooking. You know, I think because we end up cooking with curry so often, I think in our household we tend to neglect adding mixed herbs, and it's so good to add mixed herbs. And then for the exciting bit of the dumplings. So what I'm going to do is put the dumplings in, and then I'm going to explain to you how I made it. So we're going to go in reverse order because it is a messy job, and I want to get the dumplings cooked. Um, so for this, the way my aunt explained is when you mix the dumplings in, the salt has to be very, very hot. So this is the dumpling mix that I've made. So usually what I do is I usually make the dumpling. I buy the ready-made pack of dumpling mix. But the recipe my aunt Anusia gave is mixing flour. So just take some self-raising flour. So about 2 to 3 cups of self-raising flour, a pinch of salt, a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of butter, about half a cup of milk, and half a cup of water. And and what you do is you mix it all up and you make it into a dough like this. So it's like a scone dough, basically, as you can see, the dough that I've made. So let's see if we can move this and you can see exactly what I'm showing you. So it's like scone dough. So you actually mix it like scone dough. And what I did was I added some salt and pepper, some mixed herbs, and also some mustard powder. So mustard powder is the secret for this one. Then you make it into a dough, like so. So it is going to be messy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make these in balls, like scones. So if you can understand, it's like a scone mixture. So it's really like a scone mixture. What you're going to do is with the dumplings, if anyone's not made dumplings, all you do is making a doughy mixture. You can buy the ready-made one or you can follow the recipe, my aunt's recipe. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make balls like so, and then you're going to add it on the top. And then it's going to steam for like 10 minutes. But the way she explained it is it has to soak in the juice and it has to steam. So what she suggested is take out some of the food, some of the mixture, so some of the meat and the potatoes, and then add the dumplings in. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that because my pot seems big enough to add it in. So let's try and see if there's going to be enough sauce. So I might need to add some more sauce of gravy. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to make some balls and we're going to pop it in. So we're just going to start putting our dumplings in. So you want to make them really sort of, it's like a small scone basically. I can fit into your palm, just smaller than fitting into your palm. About 5 centimeters in diameter you want to make them. So they're going to go nicely into the sauce. And it needs to be hot, the pan. The pot needs to be hot, as you can see the dumplings going. So this is going to be a messy job, but it's all good fun. Someone was telling me today that they do cooking and they absolutely love it. And their anxiety and actually being in the kitchen actually helps them for the anxiety. So cooking is therapeutic. And imagine rolling these. It's so tactile, it's so much of fun. But do make sure that your hands are clean. So I'm just popping in the dumplings and you can see how amazing it's going to transform. So you add salt, pepper, some mustard powder, herbs, milk, butter. Just make sure you get the juice on it. You can actually just cover it. I think I'll cover it each time so we can get it. So you can see how it's transforming. So that is our dumplings that are going in. And I can tell you the kids, the family love this. It's such a different dish. It's a really different dish from having curry. and it's so nourishing. My mom used to make it. Like soup and stews are so nourishing and so healthy, especially if someone's sick in the family or people are just feeling run down. I do think like because we cook curries, lots of the nutrients from the food is lost. But with cooking a stew, a dish like this, or all the nutrients are retained. Ronald says, please send the fried spicy lamb. Oh, I'm sending it your way. It looks, honestly, I tasted it, Ronald, and it is absolutely delicious. I'm sending some for you on the Uber delivery or DPD Express. I see DPD Express is doing some deliveries, so definitely if you do want some, we can try and organize something. Um, the lamb looks so delicious. It has come out nice. How are you, Ronald? Hope you're well. Um, God, you're making me hungry now. Oh, what did you have for supper? I was actually thinking about you, so I hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, no, the meat has come out so tasty. So that is the dumplings. I don't know if you guys have tried dumplings. It's not something I have made it because the kids love it. And so yeah, Ronald says I am good. That's great to hear. Um, yeah, so the kids love dumplings and stew. My mom used to make stew, but she never made big dumplings like this. So what she used to do is just take flour and salt, and she used to make it into a batter with some water, and then just to add small pieces of that in the stew. So when we would tuck into it, it was just like small pieces of this doughy mixture. So the dumplings definitely, if you can make it and try it, is amazing. So Ronald has been busy at work, decided on takeout. Had chicken tikka. Oh, sounds delicious. Chicken tikka. I'm sure mine would have loved chicken tikka instead of this, I'm sure, because they prefer chicken. But tonight we decided on some wholesome food, but I'm sure they would have been tempted to have some nice chicken tikka. So it sounds like you've been very busy, Ronald, and I'm sure everyone's been so busy. Um, so yeah, just making some stew, and then I'm going to show you how to actually make the dough. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm just going to cook, and hopefully there's going to be enough salt. If there's not enough salt, I would suggest just sprinkling some salt on the top. I hope this is going to be enough dumplings for everyone. Yeah, so there's going to be like 2 dumplings for each person. So hopefully that will be enough for everyone. But as I said, they love, they love. I'm just going to grab some more gravy. But that's the dumplings. I'm going to add some more sauce because my aunt said you have to put enough sauce and it has to go nicely. But yeah, Ronald, sending this over for you after you've had your chicken tikka. It's come out so delicious, honestly. I'm just going to grab it, um, the sauce, and you're going to add a little bit more. Yeah, so just a little bit more sauce maybe. So just some gravy. So stock, basically stock or gravy if you've got. So you're just going to add that to your stew, and then you're going to let that cook. And she said you're going to cook it for like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to give it a good steam, and then I'm going to show you how to make the mixture. So we can try and show you exactly what to do for those that are not sure about how to make the dumpling mixture. Because I think it's not something that everyone knows how to make. So Ronald, my son has tasted the chicken, sorry, not the chicken, the lamb, and he's given it the thumbs up. See, I told you they would have preferred chicken. He's given it the thumbs up, so Arian says it's good. It definitely is good. So make sure you keeping an eye on your dumplings. And obviously the food's not burning because it's on very high heat. It's on super high heat. So what we're going to do is show you exactly how to make it. So I'm just going to estimate the measurements that I've used here. So 1 to 2 cups of your flour, yeah, in a bowl. And just a pinch of salt. Um, some salt and pepper as well. And mixed herbs. So salt, pepper, mixed herbs. Yeah. And some of the mustard. So mustard powder. Just a little bit. That's the secret that my aunt said, adding some mustard powder in. Then we're going to add a little bit of butter, a wee bit of butter. So you're going to make it like a scone type of dough, if you can understand what I'm talking about. 1 tablespoon you can add. So just mix that in. So I did get my hands dirty earlier on. So I'm probably going to get it dirty again. Just grab some more water and add some milk. So she said add some milk as well. Half a cup of milk. And a little bit of water. And that's going to be your just some water, and then add a little bit more as well. And that's how simple and easy it is to make the dumplings. So we're going to get the mixture, and then I'm going to get my hands dirty. So I'm just going to get it the right consistency. If you want to make dumplings, it's a good idea to get your hands dirty. So just flour, self-raising flour, about 2 cups, some butter, 1 tablespoon, some salt, pepper, herbs, mustard powder, milk, half a cup of milk, and half a cup of water. Yeah, this is amazing actually. And you can see how it's actually risen. So that's quite hot. But that's what she told me. She said the way when you do it with this recipe, because I usually buy the ready mixture. So she said when you do it like this, it actually rises up, and you can see the dumplings have risen, as you can see, right before your eyes. So I'm going to pop it on low heat. I suspect that I want to put it on low heat. So I'm going to get my hands dirty now in the bowl. So yeah, it's so easy to make dumplings. So I hope you guys are inspired to make dumplings. You know, that's what I love about the cooking is that we can always learn to make different types of foods and cuisines. And you know what? It's even if it's not something you grew up with, but you want to try something different, why not? So there you have it. That's the mixture. So it's like a scone dough mixture, as you can see. And then all you do, I'm just going to give it a nice mix with all that flour in. Yes, with some flour lying around. So thanks to my aunt for the recipe and for everyone at home helping me with the setup. I'm really grateful. And yeah, so we've got the dumplings. It came out really nice. So I was just concerned because usually I've used the packet mix. My aunt had explained to me how to make this before because I've always wanted to make it without the buying the packet mix because her dumplings definitely taste different. So thank you to my aunt Alicia and for her recipe. And obviously the stew recipe is my mom's. Oh, it looks amazing actually. This came out really nice. So this more dumpling mix for some more stew maybe over the weekend. And you can make, so that's what I was saying, this dish, when I started, I said this can easily be transformed into a vegetarian dish. So if you were fasting or you're just feeling a nice wholesome vegetable stew with some dumplings, just omit the meat. So you don't have to put meat. And you can actually use anything, chicken, you can actually make whatever type of stew you want to make. Beef stew. I've used lamb, but if you want to make beef stew, oxtail stew, whatever meat you have of choice, It's come out so nice. I just love that. And then all you do is you make your balls as so. So that's a bit of a big one, but you just make the balls like that. I'm just going to pop it on there to show you. Um, how to make the balls, as you can see. Yep. So you're just going to make the balls. And I think, has it been 10 minutes already for our dumplings, huh? So let's just see. It's hot. So the dumplings, let's just leave it open for a little. Now I'm tempted to keep it closed because I want to make sure that our dumplings are absolutely cooked. Because the last thing you want is some doughy dumplings, and which is on top of all that amazing meat. So, so you just make your balls, your dumpling balls, so about 5 to 6 centimeters. So hope everyone's doing well and yeah, enjoying your Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I hope, you know, we are in lockdown, so there's really not much happening in our lives apart from being in lockdown and work. And it was half term holiday for the kids, so it's been a bit relaxing. And we've been experimenting with a lot of different dishes. We've had fat cooks for 2 days. I hope if anyone wants to learn how to make fat cooks, I did make fat cooks 2 days ago on the live. So do have a look. Fat cooks and mutton curry, which was absolutely delicious. And the way my husband's family and people that we know, they have it, they call it curry bunnies. So it's not bunny chow, but it's called curry bunnies. And there you have it. These are your dumplings ready so to be used. So like I said, dumplings will then go into your stew when it's almost cooked for 10 minutes and you steam it, according to my aunt Alicia. So really, really grateful for the recipe and for being able to make these dumplings. So as I said, there's no chili in it, but if you wanted, you could have cut up some green chilies. You could have added a bit of tomato puree if you want a bit of color in your stew. And also you could have added some chili powder and some other spices. But I really wanted to keep this just an authentic stew because we've got our curried meat which looks very curried and spicy. So I think if anyone wants something hot, they can have that. um, so, so let's have a look and see how our dumplings are doing. Should be. And my hands are all dirty, but I will take care of them in a moment. Oh, they look amazing. So I think that's why she said you have to have the sauce all over the dumpling because as you can see, it's risen up really nice. So some of them look like really soaked in the sauce, but it looks so amazing. I'm gonna see if they're cooked. If they're not, I might add a bit of more sauce. You can always add. Just check the stew, check the consistency, and also add more of the stock if you want. So any stock cube, lamb cubes that I've used, but that looks amazing. And yeah, looks amazing. Let's see. They look amazing. Yeah. So they are cooked. They seem like they're cooked, but I feel they need to cook a little bit more. I'm gonna have a taste. Mmm, yummy. They are cooked, but I feel it needs to have a little bit more gravy on the top of it. So I'm gonna add some more gravy just to cover it. I think that's why she said you need to make sure that the sauce is actually in the sauce. So let's just see if we can cover the whole thing and then make sure that it's cooked. Yeah. So this is gonna really make it nice and soft now. Very nice. Dumplings on the top. So the rest of the stew is underneath it, so you can maybe give it a mix as well if you want. mix it. Obviously the dumplings are going to stay on the top. So let's just try add more water. And make sure that we give it one more steam. And then it should be ready. So we're almost there, guys, with our dumplings, stew and dumplings. Doesn't that look amazing? So here's the dumplings. I'll recap the recipe. So dumplings are so simple and easy to make. And I'm going to explain. I don't know if anyone's watching has made dumplings before. Maybe you've got an easier recipe or something that you've been passed down the generations, a family recipe. So this is the recipe for my Aunt Amicia, and this is her recipe as to how to make it. So I'm so grateful to her for the recipe. So just take some flour. So to make these dumplings, all you do is just take some flour. You add some milk, so about 2 cups of flour. Just going to grab a plate to put our dumplings on. So we can put them away. So as you can see the difference, making them like this. And then when you actually put them in, they actually swell up. So they actually, because of the self-raising flour, as she said, it will actually expand and rise. So that's exactly what has happened. So just grab so all you have to do is just mix. So it's actually like a very doughy mix, soft dough. Like if you're making roti or if you're making scones, it's like that type of mixture. So all I did was mix about 2 cups of self-raising flour and some 1 tablespoon of butter, a pinch of salt, and also some salt and pepper, some mixed herbs, and a little bit of mustard powder. So that's the secret, she said, to add to the dumplings. So I added half a cup of milk, half a cup of water, made a lovely dough, and then just separated them in balls, so dumpling balls. So about 5 to 6 centimeters or smaller if you want, depending on the size of your pot and how much you are making, I would say. So that is the way, that is how you should be making it. So I think that was a trick, just to add really nice gravy. So maybe I should have taken all the meat out, some of the filling out, and put the dumplings at the bottom, because she said she usually does that. So if you want to try that, you can take some of your mixture out from your pot, put it separately, and add your dumplings into the sauce, the gravy of the stew, and then steam it up. So as you can see, it's really steaming up now because there's so much of gravy. So just getting excited for the dumplings now. So it's not something we make every day. So I think it definitely deserves some excitement. But back to the fat cooks I was telling you about. The fat cooks was so amazing. So that is the dumplings and the stew, as you can see. The meat is just coming off the bone. So it's a very peppery mixture, salt and pepper, with a whole lot of wholesome vegetables, as you can see. And tucked in there on the top, it's just the beautiful, beautiful dumplings. They look so gorgeous on the stew. It's just taken the stew to another level. It's like adding saffron to your dishes, or adding ghee. So it's just taken this dish to another level. So, I mean, some of you may have known about just making stew, or you do make stew, but then some of you might not know about dumplings and making dumplings, which I think some people might not. So do try this. I hope you will get a chance to try it, because it's definitely, definitely worth trying. And you can see it's almost ready. So they're nice, dumplings. It's like just in there. So it's soft, but I'm just getting it to cook a little bit more. So if you have the dumplings, so for those that have missed it, what I did was just take the dumpling mix and you just put it on the top. So you would just put all your dumplings on the top and you would have filled the whole pot with your dumplings. So this looks amazing. So I'm just going to give it a few more minutes. Um, and yeah, it's so lovely. Just look at that. That's now the dumpling cooked. Heaven in a dish. Happiness in a dish, I would say. Dumplings. Amazing. So I hope everyone enjoyed the show today, making dumplings and stew. Not something that's made always, and I think it's such a nice difference dish to make. And of course, we still have lamb and curry. I don't think we'll ever get rid of curry in this household. There's always going to be a curry dish or something, even if we are making a dish like stew. So unfortunately, we still love our curry. This is like lovely curried tandoori lamb, which is absolutely delicious. I'm going to taste a little bit, and Ronald said he would like some. He was so hungry for some, and please send some spicy fried lamb. I wish we could. We will arrange, Ronald, an Uber, or there's so many different couriers now, so we will send some. But I absolutely love this. I think that everyone makes lamb curry so often, mutton curry. But to be honest, this is so delicious. It's so tasty. This with rice, or with roti or parathas or pita breads, or lovely side salad and vegetables, or potato chips, just potatoes, baked potatoes. So, so delicious. Absolutely. So that was just some lamb with some tandoori masala, Kashmiri masala, mixed masala, some steak and chop spice. So this was the ingredient in this one, steak and chop. I think that's made it taste different. And it has some turmeric, ginger, garlic, and some coriander, cumin, fennel, and garam masala. Curry leaves and coriander leaves as well. And it's come out so, so delicious. It smells amazing and it tastes amazing. So delicious. And it's got a lovely flavor. It's got like a bite and it's got a lovely flavor. And that's what I love about it. And it's also got loads of mulla bones. There's like a few mulla bones there. I don't know if you can spot it. So for all the mulla bone lovers, this is for you. It's a spicy lamb. It looks really nice, guys. It's so tasty. So it's a good alternative as well to a curry. And so there's something nice and light. You want to make something light over the weekend or for lunch or for dinner, for like a Friday evening like this, I think that's perfect. So back to our dumplings, and I'm hoping that our dumplings will be ready. But to recap, I just made the stew. I'll explain again.
Jen's new smart speaker should be
So the
teaching her to
stew
cook
was
a chicken.
just simple: frying some onions, adding some lamb, ginger, garlic, my mixed vegetables, a cup of frozen mixed veg. So I used sweet corn, carrots, peas, and green beans, and also some potatoes, nicely soft potatoes, which I'm sure they're going to be very soft now in the stew. Some stock, so 2 stock cubes in about 500 ml of water, and then I added more, and I let that cook really nicely for about 30 to 40 minutes. Then I added my dumplings mixture, which I made, and I'll explain again just now. And just steam that, as my aunt said, steam it for a bit, and then it should be ready. So I think this is going to be ready. So that looks amazing. Look at that. Amazing. Really, that is so like soft. And that, look at that. That looks amazing. So I'm gonna add some chopped coriander. And then we're gonna have a taste of our work stew. So thank you everyone for joining. I know it's been a good hour, but it's all come out so nice. All under an hour, I think, and this was ready. So I hope everyone had a fantastic evening with me, Seshni at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen, where I'm trying to inspire you to make happy and healthy meals, because you are what you eat. Your food is medicine and your health is your wealth. So, I mean, imagine tucking into a bowl of this. I mean, this is just heaven, isn't it? So I'm just going to put some in a small dish, and I'm going to try and taste it as well. So that looks amazing. I'm going to let you have a look at it first, and then I'm going to dig into it. Dumplings and stew. It doesn't get better than this. So yeah, I was talking about the fed cooks, but we made fed cooks with mutton curry 2 days ago, and yesterday we made mince and fed cooks, which were absolutely delicious. So I hope you were able to watch the show. But I'm just going to dish out some of this, and you're going to see exactly how beautiful the stew has come out. So just some of that. There's a lovely millibone as well. There's loads of millibone, and some of the people in the house are already eyeing the dumplings. So, and there you have it. So that is a stew with a whole lot of bits in the vegetables. It's so nourishing. I'm just going to dish out a few small dishes of this. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely love this. Look at the meat. The meat is so soft. It's just like coming off so easily. Oh, and my lovely song is playing. So we're almost at the end, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, it's soft. The dumplings are soft now. So the trick was adding the water in. Put the music on, dance. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Loads of love. And I hope you guys are going to cook some happy and healthy meals. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to taste a bit of this. If you have to taste it from a dish like that, I'm going to just taste a little bit of the lamb. Not a joke. That is absolutely delicious. Absolutely amazing. And now for taste of dumpling.
Hey, you know, beat out the nut to the local balliye. ਫੂਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਤੋਬੇ ਅੰਬਿਆਰੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਰਿਵਾਜ
So delicious.
ਸ਼ੱਕ ਬੱਲੀਏ
Lovely
ਗੋਗਲੇ ਪਾਲੇ
dumplings.
ਜਾ ਕੇ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਬਾਰ
So the
ਮਿਸਟਰ
dumplings
ਬਾਰ
won't just break in. They will be like a scone mix. It's basically like a scone mixture in your stew. So there has to be a nice consistency. So it's not going to break in. You don't have it's like a doughy mixture. Oh, so good. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. And you must know you're going to eat the dumplings with the meat, with the sauce, with the potatoes, vegetables. It's such a nourishing dish. Absolutely delicious. So I hope you all enjoyed that show as much as I enjoyed making these amazing dumplings. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you, Cynthia, and whoever else has joined. It's been absolutely amazing. Cheers and enjoy whatever drink you're having, alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Put the music on loud. Enjoy your day and your evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world, and have a fantastic Friday and an
ਗਲੀਆਂ
amazing
ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਮਰ
Saturday.
ਕੋਕਦੀ ਅਸਲੇ ਪਾਉਣ ਪਟਾਕੇ
Lots of love from my family
ਨੌਜ਼ਰਾ
to yours.
ਵਰਗੇ
And
ਕਿੱਥੇ
good night,
ਦੱਬਦੇ
everyone.
ਵੱਡਿਆਂ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੇ
Namaste.
ਕਾਕੇ
Two amazing dishes that I made. Some lamb stew
ਚੜ ਕੇ ਸਿਆਲ
and
ਦੀ ਡੇਟ ਮੈਚ ਦੀ ਕਾੜਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਲਿਖਾ ਦਾਂਗੇ
some
ਸੁਰਗ
mutton
ਬੁਲਾ
and
ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਕਰਦੇ
spicy lamb.
ਸਾਰੇ ਸ਼ੌਕ
So,
ਬੁਲਾ ਦਾਂਗੇ
to be honest, I'm going to be spoiled for choice which one I'm going to have because this is so tasty and it's just satisfying, and then this is absolutely delicious too. Lovely. So I'm going to have to see which one I'm going to have. But guys, lots of love and goodbye, good evening, and enjoy your Friday evening, whatever you're doing, even if you're in lockdown. And yeah, just stay safe. The main thing is all stay safe. And we're hearing about people dying and losing loved ones. So it's sad. We've heard about the DJ in South Africa, Kevin Berry. So hopefully his soul rests in peace and condolences to his family and to everyone that has lost loved ones in this movie. But prayers with everyone that's going through some tough times. And just to stay safe. The main thing is staying safe, eating happy and healthy, and building that resilience that we will be able to get through all of this. Guys, we will. If it's unless it's a life and death situation, remain positive, put the music on, and just be happy in the moment because that's all that matters. Okay. Bye everyone. Bye Ronald. Bye Cynthia and bye whoever else is. Quite a few people have joined, but I can't see everyone's names because the new the streaming that I've done. So I might have missed some messages. But we definitely can enjoy our Friday evening with our spicy lamb and with the stew dumpling. So, good evening, guys. Good night. Namaste. Bye.